think it is very ill-advised.
So did you think it's changed anything?
Stupid.
Doctor, can you hear me?
Yes.
What is your general take on the protest? Do you think the protesters had a legitimate reason to protest? Do you think they achieved their goal? And I mean, did it change anything?
Well, I am not a supporter of the protest. The protest was highly ill-advised. Highly ill-advised. I see some political interferences. People trying to lash in on ignorance of the youth to protest, to bring down the administration that is doing so well. So I am not in any way in support of the protest, and I think it is very ill-advised.
So did you think it's changed anything?
Stupid.
Doctor, can you hear me? Did that protest change anything?
Yes, I can hear you.
Right.
No, it didn't achieve anything. It was a total failure.
This protest has brought about some conversations begging for answers. The ripple effect of violent protest on our economy, on our sovereignty as a nation, on the unity as a people, proportionality of response and accountability. I mean, we saw what happened in the North, such huge difference from what we saw in the Southeast. And it was surprising to many because the Southeast has always been part of national protest. So what changed this time? Was it because it was a leaderless protest or because it was a needless one?
The truth is that the Southeast now have leadership under the leadership of Governor Hope Uzodimma, the governor of Imo State, who was able to convince the people that the protest is not to our advantage. There's clear leadership, who the people believe in, who the people accepted his opinion that the protest will not do anything for us. We are more interested in dialogue. We want further engagement with the administration. And the Southeast listened to that call, and the decision of the Southeast not to join the protest, I can assure you, is one of the major reasons why the protest flopped.
But apart from having a leadership at this moment, we heard other stakeholders react to whether or not the protest should hold. And according to the National Vice President of the Igbo Socio-Cultural Organization, Ohaneze Ndibo, he said the Southeast shunned the protest because they usually bear the brunt of such exercise in Nigeria. One, is this a fact? And on the other hand, the new chairperson of the Southeast Traditional Rulers Council, and that's Emmanuel Keke, suggested that the Southeast shunned the protest that the people of the region had become tired of seeking freedom, relevance, and equal treatment in Nigeria. And according to the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, that's Ken Kaluben, the major reason given as to why the Southeast keeps the protest was, and I quote, avoid the risk of being scapegoated. What does that really mean, Doctor?
We've all known in the past that once there is protest in any part of the country, the Southeast are always targeted for attack by hoodlums, by the state operatives and all that. That was the suspicion. So we decided that it is not our place to protest. And what are we protesting for? We are satisfied with the administration. The leader of the zone, Governor Hope Uzodimma, was able to convince other leaders, including Ohaneze, that we do not need to be part of that protest. We need to interrogate issues better. We need to be able to engage the administration further for more inclusive in the administration and not by protest. And that was what played out.
I see. It's a different task for a leader of a region, and that's, according to you, Hope Uzodimma, to convince his generation, and that's people like you. But I'm surprised, how was how was he able to convince the youth of the entire Southeast region to skip this protest? Because for a fact, that was a perfect example of unity, something we probably haven't seen in the Southwest for a very long time.
That is the idea of leadership, good leadership that the people believe in. The people believed in him, and he was able to convince the trade unions, he was able to convince the traditional rulers to talk to their people, to engage further with the government and not to be part of the administration. Yes, anybody canvassing the opinion that will bear the brunt is not wrong. And we are wiser now. And recently, some people, one character from the north was saying, why are Igbos not protesting? Why are Igbos quiet? Will you tell us when we feel pain and when we don't? We don't feel any pain. We believe in the administration. We believe that we need to give the administration time to deliver is good for the Nigerian people. And we are wiser for it. And we are happy that it went the way it did. We didn't record loss of lives, which are always the case in every protest in Nigeria. Thank you. So we are very grateful to the leadership.
Thank you very much for going there, because there are those who have said, I mean, that protest was about the state of the economy. Is the Southeast not affected by the rising cost of food items and other commodities?
I'll tell you that the rain is falling on every roof. We all go to the same market. But we understand it better. We believe that it is too hasty to start to blame the administration for everything that is going on in the country. Because we know that the problem that we are facing today didn't start today. We are not blaming any administration, but in our own opinion, which we explain to our people, bad leadership has existed from time of independence in 1960. In fact, from 1914, since amalgamation, there's been a lot of elements of bad leadership due to lack of patriotism. Our people do not believe in the country. So to blame Bola Ahmed Tinubu for everything that is going on in the country today is not fair. It is not at all. And we understand that clearly. I was in church last Sunday, and the reading in the Catholic Church is all the same reading all over the world. Was about Moses in the wilderness with the Israelites. Just within a short period, the people have risen up against Moses. And they say, why didn't you leave us as slaves in Egypt? Why have you brought us to this wilderness to die of hunger? Why? Because they were not patient enough to believe in the faith that God has brought them out for freedom. And that is what is going on today. Within 1 year of the administration, the people already are shouting, Bola Tinubu has done this, Bola Tinubu has done that, without relating what is happening